You're watching The Last Stand with Brian Custer.
That's right. It is The Last Stand, and we are live. I'm Brian Custer. You know, and this is what we said. After all big fight weekends, we're going to come live because we got to talk about a number of great fights that took place this weekend. We want to hear from you. You make sure you jump on. Send us your comments. We even bring you on. We're going to talk about that. Jermall Charlo, the former undefeated middleweight champion of the world, will join us in the next hour. We'll talk to him about a number of fights that went down this weekend, why he didn't fight on that card in Australia. So Jermall Charlo will join us as well in the next hour. So you want to stay locked in for that. Matter of fact, that'll come your way at 11 a.m. Eastern. Man, there was so much. This was like the March Madness. It felt like a boxing this weekend. There's so many big cards last night. How about it was the return of Errol Spence after 3 years fighting Tim Tszyu. What a fight. What a return. And I guess the return is over for Errol Spence. Announced his retirement immediately after the fight. We got to talk about that. That was obviously probably the biggest story of the weekend in the sport of boxing. Anthony Joshua returned after all of that tragic accident, losing his best friends in a tragic accident, an accident that he was involved in as well. He came back, got dropped a couple of times, but then came back like the true champion that he is, and got himself a stoppage. We got to talk about that. Tyson Fury returned as well. And please, I want you guys to jump on the comments, send it to us. We'll even bring you on. If you can tell me who he fought. I have no idea who that cat is. I mean, I have no, and if you can tell me where where that fight was taking place. I mean, I looked on my app. I looked on the net. That fight was, I don't know where that, maybe they fought in somebody's basement. I don't know where them cats fought. But Tyson Fury was back. Got the victory, 7th round stoppage. So now the big mega fight. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury is supposed to go down later this year. We got to talk about that as well. So I went to the Garden last night, New York City. I had to go see Zuffa Boxing. That was the first time. I certainly enjoyed it. Otto Wallin was the first fight on the TV portion of the card. Man, he got stretched in the 10th and final round, too. That was a pretty scary sight to see him get stretched like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought he was dead. I mean, he didn't even move for a while, and folks were really concerned about him, but luckily they brought the stretcher out. He walked out on his own power. It was good to see that. He started the thing off. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Richardson Hitchins was there, Richard Hitchins. Look, Salas, you want to talk about speed and boxing ability. Yo, you say what you want about Africa, but he's got it. Got a unanimous decision. We got to talk about that as well because that was the co-main event. Jalil Hackett was on there too. It was good to see Jalil Hackett. He got against Sergey Derevyanchenko. Sergey Derevyanchenko, yo, I mean, in boxing years, Sergey Derevyanchenko was unk. I mean, brother's 40 years old and still fighting and looks good. He gave Hackett a good test. And pieced him up, the young Hackett, early on. So that was a good test for him. We'll talk about that. And also the main event, Edgar Berlanga. Obviously, part of the podcast, we had him on last week, the episode, so you can go to check out the episode there. You know, Berlanga talked a lot about, hey, I'm trying to change the narrative about me. I'm more dedicated to the sport of boxing. I'm training harder. I want to be known now as a fighter, not just a flashy type guy that wears the jewelry and this and that. As he talks about in the episode, I'm still pop my shit, but I want people to have a different narrative about me and thinking about you. But I don't know if that performance did it. Look, he got the stoppage, which is commendable. But against a guy who I think a lot of people in that audience, because I'm around so many people there, felt that fight shouldn't have gone 5 rounds. And let me tell you something. Butler, I mean, he dropped Berlanga, and even at times where he was hurt, still throwing bombs at him. So I want to get your thoughts on there. Demetrius Andrade was there as well. We talked. He wants that fight. He wants Jermall Charlo. He came back, and I love Demetrius. But you again, tell me who the guy is he fought. Because I don't know who that cat was that he stopped in the first round over the weekend. Also, the one thing we got to talk about, how about Stephen Fulton Jr.? I think we all love Cool Boy. Didn't make the card. Did not make the card in Australia because, well, made it. It got canceled because he was fighting at 130. He came in at 139.2. 9 pounds over? And then said, well, there was agreement. He said this at the press conference, that we're going to fight at 133. And then the next day still came in at 139. So that was basically 6 pounds over the agreement. So that fight got canceled. We got to talk about that. That's the second straight fight for Cool Boy. And again, we're going to hear from you. So we want you to make sure you send your stuff in, send us some stuff, and make sure we'll bring you on too. For those who want to come on. All right, and Maul Charlo again in the next hour. Let me bring in my crew, because when you talk about The Last Stand Live, you got to talk about my brothers, Alex Lainez, and, of course, Colin Custer. My guys, come on. Fellas, what's up? What's up?
Back. Let's go.
Yo, we back.
I'm
Bro,
telling you, man.
was this one of the best boxing weekends we've had in a while?
Yeah.
It seems like that, man. It seems
Yeah.
like that. There's a lot of action,
Big storyline,
risky tragedy
Yes.
almost happening this weekend.
Oh my gosh! And obviously the biggest of the biggest was the return of Errol Spence against Tim Tszyu. This was something. I mean, we had a lot of build up to it. Errol had been away for almost 3 years, basically, and we all wanted to know, can you be off for that long of a period of time and come back and look fresh? Alex, I'll start with you at the very beginning of the fight, because I'll be honest, as well as I know Errol, at the very beginning of that fight, I was like, ooh, I don't like his balance. I don't like the way he's looking. He's throwing punches and falling over his feet. I was like, oh my goodness. I was nervous even at the very beginning. What were your initial thoughts when you saw that fight?
You start off with like the balance and that was kind of the start for me. I'm like, oh wait a minute, like he's he hasn't been in the ring 3 years. He's overthrowing, but I'm like, okay, 3 years, right? This is me just like kind of like giving Earl his credit, right? Because 3 years out of the ring, I could understand. You throw a back left hook, you might get off balance or whatnot. But then you started to see it a few more times, and then it dawned on me right from the get. I'm like, man, this is just the style that he brings always. We've seen wrinkles in Errol Spence's game change a little bit here and there in certain fights, but just very minimal. Like his style is a rough style, man. It's a sock and bop 'em kind of style. Like you're gonna get hit using that style, and that for me was what I was afraid. I was like, how is he gonna react to these punches? And Tim managed to land some good shots during the fight. Nothing that got me scared for Errol, but you can start to see as the fight went on. Errol was taking, even at the end of the fight, you look at his face, you look at Tim Tszyu's face.
Right.
He took some punishment, man. And, I thought he fought the fight that he always goes out and fights.
Doesn't that contradict what Ronnie Shields told us?
A little bit. A little bit.
You're supposed to learn a lot. I mean, we did that episode with Derek James, and Derek James took offense to a lot of the things that Errol had talked about, I guess, in that interview he did with Andre Ward, where he said, look, I wasn't learning nothing. I needed to move on from Derek James. And then we had Ronnie on. Ronnie said, hey, I'm showing him how to move his head. We throwing a lot more different combinations. He's going to I didn't
see it. You know what they say, man. You know, you're gonna go back to what you know. You know, in the heat of battle, you're gonna go back to what you've been doing forever. That's what he's been doing forever. You know, when it's hard for a fighter who's fought most of his career as a come forward fighter, as a dominating fighter. It's hard. It's hard to. You rarely see a guy that can switch it up and then start to become somebody who sets traps on the back foot. And there's a lot of fighters, even Edgar Berlanga, that will be talking about his performance. Also, you know, these guys don't know how to, in my opinion, don't know how to create traps on the back foot. They don't know how to become that role. They're just so used to playing that role of like come forward fighting, I'm dominating, I'm hitting to the body, like I'm always attacking. I think that some fighters would serve them a little, serve them better, to every once in a while play that other role, being on the back foot and being okay with fighting backwards. Fighting backwards doesn't necessarily mean you're losing a fight, or that you're not like this guy that you're trying to put out to be, right? This finisher. You can finish guys. That's what I like about guys like Terrence Crawford. Perfect example, right? Top guy. But the way he's able to turn it into a back foot fight whenever he needs to is why, one of the reasons why he's so good. He can play those different roles. And I don't think, man, I didn't see Errol play any other role but the one that he's always played, man.
Colin, you give a unique perspective. Colin, because unlike some people, even as a youngster, I took you to a couple of Errol's training camps, right? Yeah. When we were in Dallas. Yeah. And number of times. Tell me your thoughts here of what you saw at the beginning of that fight and overall.
On contrary to what Alex said, I was very nervous, and I think Errol got rocked in like the first, what was it, the second round where he took that uppercut? Yeah. And I was like, oh man, I think this is it. Like I thought it would be Crawford 2.0. He gets knocked down. But I think for Tim Tszyu, maybe it was a respect thing, but he would walk forward and not throw. And then Errol would throw the body shots, and that's where I thought Errol did his best work. Yeah. But at a certain point, Tim Tszyu realized, like, oh man, this dude got nothing that could really stop me. Like the jab was there early, and then he just abandoned it. Like the jab was there for Errol, and it looked good. And he just abandoned it, and then Tim Tszyu just started wailing on him. And I think it was one of those fights where where your time's up, and Errol knew his time. His legs weren't under him, yes. And the cars were pretty fair. Like the fight wasn't close. It wasn't close, unfortunately. But yeah, as an Errol fan, you don't want to see him go out like that. But I feel like for him, he answered a lot of questions like, can I still do it? And the answer was no.
At least he went out on his terms this time.
Yeah.
It was,
I wish the fight wasn't in Australia, but
right. He went out on his terms, and like you said, he finally got the answers. Can I still do it? Do I still have it? And obviously he sees that. No, I don't have it. You make a really interesting point because, and look, I know a lot of people had fun when I posted it. I think it was the Ugas fight. We went to, and at that time I was at Showtime, and we went to his camp, and I talked to Derek and Errol about it, and I said, one of the things I want to do for the story is, I want to go 3 rounds with you, man. I want to go. And so they did. We got in the gym, and, we worked out. Derek put us through a little workout and this and that.
I seen that video, man.
Bro,
he was going in on you.
Yo, he was throwing some hellacious bite, and I took him. I took him like a champ, like a G. I took that stuff like a G.
Champ, I saw you were throwing back some punches too. I was like, wait a minute, bro. Like Earl's not going. He's going hard.
They gave me because they were like, yo, we ain't gonna measure you. We don't want you to mess up the hand. I had like 16-ounce gloves on, bro. Big old gloves. His joints, he had them motherfucking like little 10-ounce joints. I was like, oh, yo, he piecing me up. I got these big old balloons on my head.
But every time he hit you, I was like, yo, this guy's cracking.
Yo, he was throwing, and then we were talking shit. I'm like, yo, this is what Crawford gonna do to you. And I'm throwing that.
Bro, there was that one punch he got you right. I don't know if it was the ribs.
Right in the sternum. He hit me right. It was in between. You know how it is, Alex, because he was getting flare, bop, 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 and I was like, I can't just sit here. So I got to try to throw with him in between his throw. So I knew he was like 1, 2, 3. So I said, okay, on that third, I said, I'm going to throw. He went 1, 2. So I started 1. I was like, I tried to catch him, but I forgot about 3. And 3 came and hit me right in the sternum. I said, oh, I said, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I moved over. But that was a strong Errol Spence then. Yeah, I didn't see that. And to your point, guy, I bring that up, Colin, because he was doing all that body work on Tim Tszyu, and you really didn't see it affect him.
Affected at all.
Where you would see that really hurt other guys. He was just like, Tim Tszyu was just like, okay.
Well, because his legs weren't under him, so they didn't really have anything on him.
Right.
They were there for the judges, but they weren't there in terms of actually hurting Tim Tszyu.
Now, again, in 1 hour, basically, folks, y'all want to stay locked in because we got Jermall Charlo on here. Now, Jermall trained with Errol. So it's going to be really interesting to hear his perspective on what he saw out of the fight. Did he expect it to go like this? Because, we all wanted to see, hell, this is the first time Tim Tszyu was fighting at 160. And that was the weight that Errol wanted. They were going to initially they were going to fight at 154. Then it was like, okay, we're going to fight at a catch weight like 158. And then before Errol and those guys got over to Australia, they knew that from a body standpoint, he wanted it to be at 160. But you could just tell looking at the body.
Tim Tszyu was so much bigger.
He looked so much bigger. Errol looked like a welterweight to me.
I was going to say, Tim was just stronger, man. He looked stronger. Colin mentioned it too. Like, at times you just see him kind of walking them down. Like
walking him. He looked like the old Errol Spence.
He's not even thrown.
Yeah, like he could have been throwing even more combinations and harder, and he probably could have done more damage to Earl.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the weight. Is that was that his weight? For him to go out at 154, 160, like.
And the way he was taking those punches, Al and Colin, it reminded me of the Bud Crawford fight.
That's what I was saying. That's what I thought. He kept falling back.
Yeah, I was like, oh boy, this is
when he got hit with an uppercut. I think in the second round, and he literally almost fell over. I was
right, because it was almost like the Crawford fight. I think it was like the jab or something that
knocked him back.
It knocked him back off balance. I was like, oh my God, here we go. By the way, speaking of Charlo, we had Mel. If you remember this, and I know it was posted on the Last Stand social accounts, and people. When Mel made this comment back in April, people thought he was just hating. But I'm happy we reposted it because a lot of what Mel said happened in this fight. This was. I want you guys to listen. This is Jermall Charlo talking about when I asked him, "Hey, these guys are going to fight in July. Tell me what is going to happen." Who used to train with Errol? Here is Mel Charlo.
I think Tim Tszyu win that fight.
Tim Tszyu, huh?
Tim Tszyu. If it's the Errol Spence that I know and the styles make fights, man, they don't get into no headbutts and no head clashes. And man, just going by the last fights, just go by the last fights and what they have done. I know Errol hasn't fought in a long time, and I personally don't think he looked too good against Ugas. When he fought Ugas, I seen a little bobble in that discombobulation in between the equilibrium. So I thought, maybe Earl gonna take a couple more fights and be done. I don't need to fight Errol Spence, and I don't care to fight Errol Spence. We want to fight them hungry dogs that I could prove a point, knock them the fuck out like what we did back in the days when we said keep running your mouth.
Who do you think wins between Tim Tszyu and Errol Spence? Because they're supposed to fight, from my understanding, in July. Who do you think wins that fight?
I think Tim Tszyu win that fight.
Tim Tszyu, huh?
But they're gonna Tim Tszyu gonna be. He got a little of the defense. Earl gonna be coming in southpaw, just standing once, but he don't really move his head. And if he might start moving his head a little bit, Tim Tszyu moves his head. He throws some stone haymaker shots, all this shit haymakers. I watched the fight when he fought Tony Harrison and destroyed him. So when I'm just going by the styles make fights, and I'm just being realistic. I'm not hating on nobody. I don't care if he black, white, Mexican. I'm talking about stylistic or this Australia. He going over there to Australia, man. The odds ain't in his hands. I see Tim Tszyu winning this fight. Plain and simple. I think Tim Tszyu win that.
Plain and simple. That's what he's saying. By the way, Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu. I love that shit. That cracks me up every time. And
he had to make sure it was Tim Tszyu.
He doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on it. Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu. That cracks me up every time I hear him.
BC said Tim Tszyu, right?
Right.
Yeah, Tim Tszyu.
Tim Tszyu.
I ain't taking it.
Hey, people tried to get on Mel that he was hating when he said that back then.
Yeah. Even his brother Jermall said it in the comments, like, "Yo, Twin, you tweaking, bro."
Everything he said happened. Yeah. It happened in that fight. He said, "Yo, Errol still doesn't," and he wasn't moving his head as much as he should have.
No, Ronnie said it after every round. Where's the head movement? And they was just like shaking his head, and then he just never did it. He just stood on the straight line.
Yeah. And it's honestly, we got to be, we just got to be frank with what we knew we were gonna get, a head up fight. Guys were gonna go head up. It's just like even the body work at times. I saw Earl's body work. It wasn't clean. Like it wouldn't land like in the ribs or it would land on the side or by the elbow. It wasn't super solid at times. It's like when I see him fight, it's like he just goes into like red. He just starts throwing, bam, bam, bam. It's the same combination, bam, 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 boom, bam, 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 boom. It's like, you gotta create opportunities sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta create more opportunities in there. But look, man, I can't be going too hard on Errol, man. He came back 3 years, went across, oceans and continents to fight in Australia. He really does it, right? He's a fighter.
Hey, let me tell you something. He will go. And there should be no argument. Hall of Famer. This guy took I like that he took every single belt and it was almost the undisputed champ. Now, obviously, Bud was the first to do that, be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world in this 4-belt system. But Errol had 3 of them, and he took it wasn't no vacant belt. Every belt he got, he took from somebody, whether it was Kell Brook's belt, whether it was Ugas's belt. I mean, he took Danny Garcia's belt. He took belts away from guys. And that's, I think, what you got to love, you got to respect. He's still one of my favorite fighters. And, I'm happy. Man. I'm happy that he's going to, like you said, going out on my terms. I still got my faculties. He's got a lot of money. And he can go out and enjoy his family. I love it. And to your end, I think we don't realize how much that accident took out of him. Yeah. When you're in a Lamborghini like that, going at 90 miles an hour, hit something and you get shot out of there because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and get thrown in the air 20, 30 feet, and you come landing basically on concrete, boom, on your face. And man, I mean, do we remember what he looked like in the hospital after that? Man, that's a lot. And he came back after that, like a year or something.
And then what he fought, Garcia?
Yes.
Yeah. And man, he looked pretty good too. Like it wasn't no tune-up where to bring like some rust off. It looked like prime Errol a little bit.
Yes, and he boxed because remember people said he couldn't box. That they were like, oh, Errol, all he does is come forward, and he boxed. He boxed Danny. But that man, I give it to that kid, man. He's something. It when you said something about he was hitting Tim Tszyu, and there was no power. I remember one thing. After the Crawford fight, I went into his locker room, Errol's locker room. I went into Bud's locker room, and I went into Bud's locker room, and I told him, I said, brother, when someone tells you who they are, you know what? You acknowledge them and you believe it. And you told me you were great. You were great, and I told him that. And he hugged me and he said, man, I appreciate that. And I said, without question, best welterweight of this generation. And he said, the crazy thing in this fight was, he said it was the second, I want to say maybe the second round. He said Errol hit Bud flush I think was it a jab or I think it was a left hand. He hit Bud flush, and Bud went like that, and turned right back at Errol and said, "That's all you got?" And he said, "I told him that in the fight." If you remember that in that fight, I think it was the second round. If I can remember correctly, Bud told me it was the second round where Errol. You remember Errol hit Bud with a good shot very early in that fight. And Crawford stood like right there and went like that. And he said, I just went with the punch. And he said, when I turned back and looked right at him, I said,
some steam off the.
I said, "That's all you got?" And he said, at that point on, I knew I had it. I'll never forget that. I will, as long as I'm black, I'll never forget that. Bud Crawford told me that. I'll never forget Bud Crawford told me that in the locker room. And Bomac, by the way, Bomac was in there going crazy. If you remember at that time, I think there's a clip of it too, while Bud is talking to me about that. Bomac was going walk around going, "I told dog, I told you." You know, he was hyped, and he should have been.
Like,
he stayed.
Fuck him all.
And they should. They took a lot of flack, man. Him and Derek were going at it.
There was
a lot. Both camps. I mean, the camps.
Bro, we were in the middle of that shit. That shit was hilarious. Bud's family and Errol's family.
Yes, I brought you guys. You guys were there. Yeah.
We were on Bud's side, bro. They were ready.
Bud was there too, man, and he was in Australia.
Yeah, Bud was there, and he was rocking with Errol. He was rocking with Errol the whole time. He was like, "Nah, I got Errol on there." But you could just tell, like you said, the reflexes wasn't there, the punch resistance. It's gone. It's gone, man. It goes. It leaves.
That happens.
It does. It happens.
3 years off.
Yeah.
And I get he was training, but he wasn't training.
Training, yes.
So.
Wasn't training. And you know, I think quietly too. I think Ronnie knew, like, yo, I'm not gonna put him in there when it comes to sparring with no killers.
Yeah.
You know, I got to put him in some guys who will push him, but nobody who who you would really
hurt him.
Yeah, hurt him exactly. That's trying to really get in there and make a name for themselves, so to speak.
Yeah.
But look, man. Hey, look, he great career, and all salute to Errol Spence. Please acknowledge him. And appreciate what he did for the sport. Okay, so that card, right? Maul was supposed to be on it. He had visa issues. We'll talk to Maul about it, and he didn't make it. But the other thing, how about Stephen Fulton? Stephen Fulton was supposed to be on there. Stephen, 139? Alex, 139, man.
Damn, brother.
Bruh, this is second straight fight. This is second straight fight, Alex.
It's not looking good, man.
I know, cool boy. I love you. What is going on?
It's not looking good. Thing is, you go all the way to Australia.
Yes.
Like, damn, brother, you went all the way to Australia, and you
at a certain point, you knew you weren't gonna make the weight. So I'm confused on why he even tried to rationale with 133. At some point, you knew that you weren't even close. You know,
when they said 133 right at the presser, I'm like,
yes.
I was like, okay, that's a good common ground.
It's like the other guy didn't mind either. You know, what's that man's name? Jeez,
who is it? Hold on. Who was he fighting? Who was he fighting?
I don't remember.
Hold on. But this is a second straight fight, man. Second straight fight.
Yeah.
That Fulton has come in overweight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Peters, right? No, it wasn't Peters.
Hold on.
Where's he at?
There we go, box rat.
Damn, they didn't even put him up there.
They pulled it off. Because remember the Oshaki fight?
Yeah, he came.
They let him weigh in though. Yeah. They let him weigh in.
Well, he was relatively close.
Wilson, right?
Wilson was the guy he was supposed to be fighting.
Yeah, they let him weigh in.
Golly, man.
But 139 pounds is
Liam Wilson.
Okay,
Yes.
that's him.
Liam Wilson.
Yeah, it's like,
see,
geez,
Fulton tipped his scales at 139. Look, I was generous. I said 139.2. It was 139.5.
Oh.
At Friday's official weigh-in, 6.5 pounds heavier than the one the negotiated 133-pound catch weight. The contest had been raised to that earlier in the week at Fulton's request. So, Rick, originally it was 130.
Yeah.
And then in midweek, they said, nah, make that shit 133.
Knowing you wasn't even going to
Knowing he wasn't even close.
Oh, my gosh.
139. So
I mean, if you're PBC, like, what do you do with him?
Yeah.
Because, like, this has gotten to a point where you give him grace the first time.
Yes.
And then the second time, he's playing in your face. Like, that wasn't even close. And he can't bang with no 140s.
I know.
He ain't got the pop for 140.
Yep.
So
them Australian commentators were giving it to
him. Well, because you know it was one of those things where it was supposed to be the co-main, remember? Because with Charlo not coming over there, that fight was elevated to the co-main event. And again, you're already upset if you're that promoter that Charlo's not coming over. Mm-hmm. Now you're co-main, and then you're like, okay, PBC, what the hell is going on? Yeah. What's going on with your fighters? And you remember in the Shocky, he had the belt, right? Yeah. He had the belt, and he comes in 2 pounds over. He came in 2 pounds over.
Not a good look already, man.
Yes.
Not even not really much you could say. It's more of a him.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's the only person who would know why.
Did he seem annoyed? Did you guys look at it?
Yeah, he was annoyed at the press conference where he was like, "It's 133. Don't worry about it. We already made an agreement. It's gonna be at 133. So, you know, we'll weigh in tomorrow." But he made it sound like, "Why are you asking me why we made the agreement at 133? Yeah. Don't worry about it. You know, I know it was supposed to be." Yeah,
I'm gonna make it. I mean, he didn't say it, but that was the attitude. I was like, all right,
yeah,
shit, 133.
That was crazy to me. Okay, so then we had that issue there, and you know, again, now you got to think about what are you going to do with Stephen Fulton? Because I love Cool Boy, and y'all know that, but at 140, who is he? I don't know if he can. With the big dogs at 140.
He can't take a 140 power shot. I mean, NUA is what 120. What does NUA fight at regularly?
What was it, 122?
Yeah. So he knocked Spark out. So
yeah.
But then some people will say that like he was cutting too much.
Yeah, he was drained.
Yeah,
it was time for him to move up. But you know, even at 120, even at 126. It was like, okay, you know, I don't know if that's good. And then, you know, he goes Oshaki. He fights Oshaki. Oshaki's 130.
Couldn't even touch him.
So 130.
Does he go 135?
I mean, that was what if you remember, that fight was fought at 135 because he was 2 pounds over.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2 pounds over. He fought at 135.
Shit, you got killers at 135 too, man.
Exactly. Could you see my man Cool Boy against like
Lucas Badi?
Yeah, Badi or even Gervonta. If Gervonta said I'm gonna stay at 130, oh, good Lord.
Oh Lord, man.
That'd be terrible for him.
Terrible. Pitbull.
That'd be belt to ass.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be belt to ass.
Cruz, Jose Valenzuela.
Yes.
Over there.
Yes.
Boy, Schofield.
Yes. Hey man, we got a shout out. What is that? Any boy?
You got a super chat.
And boy, let's bring it up. Let's go, champ.
Yeah, it says, B. Custer, love your one-on-one interviews. Always respectful to the fighter's voice, their thoughts, even if they ramble off a bit. You know what? I appreciate that. And here's the thing. Like a lot of times, and I'll tell you guys this. Some people will come at me, they'll say, well, why don't you challenge them? And if it's something I feel that is really imperative, then yeah, I'll challenge them. Like I think me and Ryan Garcia had a good back and forth about the PED use, you know, but why did you look this way against Haney? You had the test, you test positive, and then all of a sudden you get tested, you find the next fight's Rolly, you lose, and you just look lethargic. You got to explain that. We had a good back and forth on there. So on a lot of times, Yeah, I'll have the. I said, but a lot. I love the sport, and I feel like this gives these guys, these boxers, and these athletes an opportunity to explain themselves and to be themselves. Something that you can't get into in a 1 minute in-ring interview, and so that's why I feel like this is the best platform for these guys. Because this isn't 60 Minutes, gotcha journalism. This is, hey, these are the guys, you love the sport. Let me introduce you to, one of the most prominent guys in the sport and, get to know this person more than just what you see in the ring. And that's what we try to do here. And I appreciate you, that you enjoy it and that you support it, man. Yeah, make sure listen, we want to do this more often. We want to start taking it on the road too, folks. We need your help. If you can Cash App us, you can hit our Venmo at Last Stand, Cash App at Last Stand. We want to do this and go on the road, man, and start going to the different fights, set up, and interview these guys for you. So we appreciate I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3, whatever. It helps us with the graphics, all kinds of stuff that you going on. And my man just said, yeah, and you let the fighters express without interruption. Absolutely.
Look at Wilder, man. Wilder talked for like an hour on his own.
Deontay talk. You know what?
He was cooking.
Alex is there. Alex is there. At one point, I was about to say this. I said something like, Deontay, so you're supposed to fight blah, blah, blah. What do you think? Man, he went so long, I went like this.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you still going?
Yeah,
okay, I'll be back.
He was cooking, bro. Yeah, man.
Damn, he went on forever.
Bro, you ask him one question, he'll cover 5 different topics.
Exactly.
5 different topics. He'll answer his own question in his own head.
I got you.
Yes.
But he's a good talker.
Great talker, man. I love Deontay, man. I'm just it looked like maybe him and Usyk gonna be fighting, you know who. God damn, but yes, that's something, boy. Y'all funny, man. Y'all funny.
Don't even put that in the air, bro.
Yo.
Don't put that in the air.
Okay.
Please don't put that in the air.
Yo, speaking of that gets us to our next one. How about that? Anthony Joshua returns, bro. You see Usyk's face when he went down? He was like,
yo, he was nervous.
Usyk was praying, bro. He was,
that face. That's a meme, bro.
The 7 Hail Marys full of grace.
My God.
He was playing, bro. He was praying. Yo, he was praying for his brother AJ, bro.
Goodness.
Oh my God. They had the Rocky shit. They was running on sand together and doing all kinds of whatever workouts.
The whole bit.
Yeah, bro. What is the SpongeBob?
Apollo Creed.
What is SpongeBob say? 10 minutes later, he's falling down.
Yo, fell. No.
Anyway, so Anthony Joshua's back, taking on Kristian Prenga. And Prenga supposedly, I think he trained in Edgewater, New Jersey.
Yeah, man.
How about that?
Albanian community out here, bro.
Wow. How about that?
They were rooting for their guy, man.
Man, that's something. And so he drops AJ the first 20 seconds of the fight with an uppercut. Alex, what's going on, bro? The punch resistance with AJ.
Bro, he got hit, and I was in the kitchen. I ran towards the screen. I'm like, no. Yes. I'm like, no, bro, because I'm, a lot of guys are asking me, you know what I mean, about the Albanians. Like, what do you think this guy? And I'm like, come on, man, he's food, he's getting starched. And then for him to come out the first round, oh man, I'm like, bro.
But I want to know why, Alex. Why they asking you? Would you become the Albanian correspondent?
Bro, I'm the Albanian expert right now, man. With Kristian Prenga, man. He's like, what do you think about this guy, though, man? What do you think?
We got an Albanian correspondent here. You know what?
He's just immersed in multiple cultures, bro. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
I think Alex ain't telling us something. Man. What's going on, man?
This guy's going to do good. Don't worry.
There's nothing wrong with being immersed in multiple cultures.
No,
Expand your horizons, man.
Yo, the ego. He kept popping out with the ego to the Albanian ego and shit.
There you go.
Like, yeah. It surprised me though, man.
It did.
Jokes aside,
it surprised the whole boxing world, man.
The one thing that here's the one thing that scared me. Okay, he gets clipped with the uppercut, which I mean, it wasn't like right on the chin, but it was kind of like whatever. That's why I was like, damn.
He touched the chin.
I was like, what? But the one where AJ's like this because he was trying to hold on at the very end of the round.
Mm-hmm.
He hit him. It was like he had his guard here, and he kind of went through the guard. And so the guard blocked a little bit of it, and then AJ went back, and I was like, oh my God, AJ. Bruh.
And, when AJ starts smiling, I get worried.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he starts smiling,
You stupid.
Bro, when he starts smiling like that and he's looking around like somebody just told him a joke or something.
Yeah,
he's
right,
same shit with Dubois. Dubois rocks him, and then he's like out there like, "Oh, it didn't hurt me at all." And then he gets his ass knocked down. I'm like, "All right,
that shit hurt me."
Then he gets his ass knocked out. Like right before he got knocked out against Dubois, he was doing the same shit. He gets
smiling away.
Smiling and laughing.
I get flashbacks. Bro. I get flashbacks to freaking.
You know what that is? That's the Albanian community.
They call it. They're like, bro, why aren't you talking about the knockdown better and shit? Like, he knocked him down.
So AJ then though regroups, and what did he do? He came out in the second round on his bounce. He started pumping that jab, right? He was pumping that jab all of a sudden at Prenga, and then throwing him 1-2, bop, bop. Moving, jab, bop, bop. And then he did the Jake Paul on him, bop, bop.
Damn, right over the top.
Caught him with it.
Caught him. Hit him with the Jake Paul.
Yo. I'm not gonna lie, I did say that in my mind when he hit him with that right hand. He hit him with the Jake Paul.
Hey, what was he doing? He was smiling when he threw it though.
Yeah,
so maybe that's his poker face.
That's when you smile.
He was like smiling. That's his poker face. Him smiling.
He's smiling. But he hit him with some good shots, and it just it was just scary to see him like that. But yo, let's give Prenga, let's give the Albanians the little bit of credit they deserve. Who would have bet knockdown first round?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Twice.
Imagine you bet on that. Oh man, I was thinking about crazy shit in that round, bro. I'm like, that's it. I could have became a thousandaire.
Hey, I you know what? You say that stuff. This was the first time. Again, I want to thank the people at Zuffa's. They gave me tickets to the fight last night, so I went to the Garden to watch Berlanga and them.
Shout out to Zuffa, man.
We were on the floor, and these two cats that were by me, they was like on that thing, like, oh man, shoot, man, let me put this bet in right now. I was like, damn, it's like that. I mean, like, let me put this bet in real quick because I think he going down in the bubble. I was like,
he switched on him quick.
Holy cow! I didn't know the betting was that crazy. That live betting that you can do.
Yeah, that live betting is crazy. And it depends.
Unbelievable.
You don't act like you're not a gambler yourself, bro. You be betting on shit too.
No, yeah. Bro, stop. Don't even try. See, this dude trying to front me off.
I get on the.
This dude tried to front. You see how? Look,
I get on the DraftKings real quick.
Bro, you be on the draft.
Hey, Alex. And this is your son. You see what I'm saying? This is your seed. He tried to call me out. Now, he knows I'm not the most astute guy. Like I'll say, hey, what does the plus blah 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 mean? Does that mean good?
Like, what's money line mean?
What does money
line? Like Junior, just tell me who's winning. I mean, just tell me, just give me the number.
Bro, I don't know those type of things.
It's a 30-minute phone call just for him to place one bet.
See,
but are you sure?
you're right.
But are you sure? Yeah.
And then that one time I said, man, I placed it, didn't go through though. It didn't see. Look at it. He was like, oh, but you gotta put your money in there first. You can't just make the bet and not put no money in there. I was like, oh damn.
Gotta connect
Bro,
your
it's
bank
the most
account.
simple. Like the bet will be like in his bet slip. He's like, I already pressed it. Like, why isn't that showing up? I'm like, bro, you just gotta press the bottom of the screen, bro.
He's trying to call me out.
Yeah,
man.
before you check. Gives you like an opportunity not to bet.
Oh, okay.
If you're willing to go through with it, then you go through these 3 little steps. Did you guys freeze up on me?
No, you freezed up on us. That's what it was.
The Albanians, I'm
telling them Albanians come to get Alex, bro.
They hit me, bro. The hackers hit me with a freeze.
Hey,
they're coming after you, bro. That was a warning, bro. That was a warning.
How about this? My man Cave Theater, he hit us up. He said DraftKings gonna get me in jail because I bet my child support money.
Damn. Nah, champ.
Yeah, who you betting on, champ? That's what I want to know.
Who you bet on, bro?
He said he lost rent. He lost rent on that fight. I guess the AJ Prenga fight.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Nah. What did he bet? AJ knocked him out.
Oh, that's too funny, man.
Nah. But all jokes aside, listen, the Albanian guy came in.
Yes.
Gave some hell for that first round.
How about your boy Eddie Hearn, Alex? Eddie Hearn turned into Don King. He's like, yo, I'm signing this guy. He didn't sign him. He didn't sign him to Matchroom. Prenga.
Signed him, bro. Tell me that shit ain't. That's crazy, man. The way that shit happened. Yeah, that's something, man.
That's some old Don King type stuff there. He's like, I'm going home with the winner. It doesn't matter who wins.
Doesn't matter what's going on here. I'm signing this guy. I'm getting some fights with this guy. I mean, and he could make some good fights for that guy.
Absolutely.
Prenga, you know,
he's a strong dude.
Strong
dude. Real strong dude. So that was really interesting. Now, here's the thing. It sets up because, Tyson Fury, and look, it wasn't broadcast anywhere. He gets the 7th round stoppage over Marquez Watch. Now you got Joshua versus Fury. And they said that Turkey wants the fight here in the States, like at the Garden. Whereas everybody in England, Eddie Hearn and all the England people are like, no, this is our fight. This is our mega Super Bowl of fights. We want it at Wembley. We want it in the biggest venue you can put it in, and I'm with them. 100,000 people.
Why would you put 2 of Britain's biggest heavyweights, most that star power would do so well over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know him over here, but that's an England, that's Britain fight.
Yes, absolutely. I think that needs to stay over there. By the way, someone just asked. Yes, Jermall Charlo. He will be coming on at the next hour. So at 11 a.m. Eastern.
10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, the former middleweight champion of the world, Jermall Charlo, will join us. But I'm with you. I think that fight needs to stay in England.
It's a spectacle fight. It's a spectacle fight.
Yeah.
And we're giving AJ all this slack, but come on, like,
he's still a massive name.
Tyson Fury was fighting Marcus Vach, bro. Did you see the actual fight?
Yeah. Who wins that fight, by the way? Colin, who do you think? Who wins that fight?
I think that's more of a toss-up fight.
Really?
Honestly, I really do. I would lean Fury.
Okay. Just
because his performances looked better and he's fought better competition recently, obviously with Usyk. Mm-hmm. But I do think that AJ's chin is the biggest question with him. But I don't know. Tyson Fury, sometimes he's not as locked in terms of his weight and his conditioning. I think that you'll never question AJ's conditioning.
You can't get hit by a 280-pound man these days because then you ain't no good.
What do you think, Alex?
Fury, but I think it's close.
He's got Fury. What do you think, Alex?
Listen, you could go back 10 years or I don't know how many years on this fight right here, man. I've been wanting this fight to happen for so long, and I've always rooted for AJ.
Okay.
I've always rooted for AJ. Obviously, like, you know, this is me
rooting and thinking who's gonna win is
this is what I'm saying, right, Colin? Like, I've been rooting for AJ with this fight, right? Since this fight, you know, we've been wanting something like this to happen for a long time, right? Then we had the whole Deontay Wilder, AJ fights fall out. There's a lot of fights that fell out, right, leading up to where we are now with AJ and Tyson Fury. But them two fighting, I've always favored stylistically. I've always favored AJ. Now, you know, my man looked a little chinny. Yeah. This fight right now, so that's why we're not like, oh, you know, AJ got. You're only as good as you look, right? That's how people are gonna judge you. But I still think that stylistically, Anthony Joshua can put some damage on Fury. You know, Usyk hit Fury, and bro almost took him out. You know what I'm saying? There were some shots that you know, and Usyk has always been the smaller guy, right, in the heavyweight division, right? He's the guy who came up, that had to put on weight, and then he's the giant killer now, right? Yeah. But if you look pound for pound, power for power, AJ's got
more power for sure. Yeah,
he's got good power.
But can he take a shot for multiple rounds? I don't know if he can do that anymore.
He took Prenga's best shot. And even though we don't like seeing, the thing is, when we see AJ, we see this Adonis, right? This raw, unstoppable force. Like, bro, anybody can get it. Like, you know what I mean? Especially at the heavyweight division, if you get hit with a shot, it's how you come back from it. And he held on, bro. He held on. You know, maybe a better finisher would have. You know, somebody like, you know, that's fresh, like Itama or somebody. Who else is a good finisher right now at the heavyweight division? Even Daniel Dubois, right? Daniel Dubois has done it.
Dubois is a great finisher, yeah.
So you got some guys that are good finishers that probably we could argue it that, he would have finished AJ in that first round. But he didn't, and he reacted well, and he got up, and he held whenever he had to. He still had his wits about him, so... you know, I'm not gonna take too much off of AJ because of what happened, and I'm still gonna see this as a stylistic fight. Yeah, and I'm just gonna root for AJ still.
I like it. I like it. You know what? I think you both make great points. I think you're both right. To be honest with you, I want to lean towards AJ. I think Tyson. And he even he said those Wilder trilogy took a lot out of him. I just think that Tyson hadn't been hit with a big hitter quitter since I think Deontay.
Wilder.
Yeah. And I just believe AJ. Yeah, I think AJ. This is the fight I think AJ would be really locked in on. And, if he can defensively protect us more against – because it's not like Tyson. It's the accumulation of punches when you comes to Tyson that gets you.
And the draining, leaning.
Yeah, leaning on you. And that
leaning,
type of
draining, drain the
yes.
stamina, and then knock you out.
If AJ fights, and I know this is asking a lot, if he fights Tyson the way he fought in that second round against Prenga, where he came out and said, okay, let me get on my jab.
Let me be more technical. A lot more technical instead of just slugging. Like, I'm going to knock this guy out.
Yes, exactly.
Like he did with, like he tried to do with Jake. Let me just make him feel something and then knock him out.
Yes.
But he was he wasn't really like head hunting. He was like, let me just show that I got skills. And he outworked them and then got the finish. And it came natural. Like when you try, you try to knock someone out, it's a lot harder than it coming natural.
Yeah. When you go for that, knockout. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I that's why I lean towards AJ. So it also brings up then the point to the main event, what we saw last night with Edgar Berlanga, right? Where are we with Edgar Berlanga at 168? Because
the stock is so low right now.
Listen, listen, the episode is on the last stand right now, so everybody go check it out. Berlanga said, I'm trying to change the narrative. I'm more locked in. I'm training harder. I'm sharper. I want people to know that I'm all about boxing right now. Hey, they got to understand that I got other interests. He said, just like you, Brian, don't you have different interests? I said, I do. And he said, but that's so, yes, I want to be a rapper. I signed with Zuffa because part of the Zuffa, they own WWE. I eventually want to be a part of WWE. I want to act. So those are the three things I want to do. But right now, I'm locked in. I want to be locked in on boxing. Is he? Now, I asked him, and you'll see in the episode, I said, but with Zuffa, does that mean you're not about the titles? Because it's, it's harder because they have their own Zuffa belt that they don't really mess with getting title shots. But he said, nah, we're going to change that. Dana gave me his word, Nick Khan, that we are going to go and fight some of the champions. So he said, I want Jaime Munguia. I want Jermall Charlo, who we're going to be talking to. Demetrius Andrade was there. Andrade said, I want Berlanga. Where are we with Edgar Berlanga? Where do you see him, Colin?
I think, I said it before, I think the stock's very low. Like, this was supposed to be the fight where it's like, oh man, look at me, I'm gonna knock this guy out in the dominant fashion, and I'm like literally stamping my stamp that I'm back and I'm here to make a run. But he didn't look great. He didn't look great at all. I think that, unfortunately for him, it was a homecoming that wasn't too much of a homecoming after the fight. It was like you get knocked down early, and the crowd was so hyped for him, and then after you get knocked down, they're out here holding their breath like, oh,
I know, bro. Yes, bro.
At least he didn't do and roll over like he did against Hamzat. Yeah. But he finished the fight, and it was a controversial stoppage. Like he was winning the fight, and he was putting some good work in.
It was a bad stoppage. I think
it was a war, though.
Yeah, Eric.
I expected him to just make a statement, and he didn't make any statement to me. And if I'm Jaime Munguia, I'm not itching to fight Berlanga right now.
Jaime Munguia, I'm licking my chops, sort of thing. You think?
Yeah, but I wouldn't give him. What is it? If he knocks out Berlanga, what do you say? Like, oh, he's supposed to do that.
Yeah, he gets a good payday. You know, Berlanga. One thing's for sure, he knows how to bring out the crowd, right? Especially in New York. Where do we put Berlanga after this?
Where you put him?
It's rough, right? Because you get knocked down by a guy that, like, you're talking about you're gonna finish, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that to it. When you get knocked down, it makes you look bad. Look at AJ. He got knocked down. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, look, he's chinnied up. He's still, all these question marks just raised up on him. Let's say Berlanga doesn't get knocked down last night. Let's say he just ends up getting that funny finish, right? Because, and again, it's not Berlanga's fault. It's the referee's fault. Berlanga's there to fight, not to stop the fight. Right. Yeah. That was the referee's fault. That's why I try to, like, compartmentalize certain things when I'm looking at it, right? Because it's not all his fault, right? It's not like he stopped the fight. He would have kept, doing what he was doing, which was he was getting to Steven, Butler was starting to feel shots, and he was starting to get hit with more and more shots. So it was only a matter of time for me before Berlanga would have got that guy out of there.
I think so too, but I just think that the way the fight went is just not how. Yeah, it looks bad on you when you're talking about how I want to make this comeback and make a run at a championship, and you're not getting the guys out of the way that you're supposed to beat handedly.
But what round did he stop him at?
What was it, round 4, 5, something?
You talking about Berlanga last night?
Yeah.
That was 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
But it was a war. Like it was a war. I wouldn't say it was. I wouldn't say it was something where
let's talk about that though, Colin. Like
it was a firefight. I think here's the thing. It did Top Rank didn't do him a service by feeding him a lot of guys that shouldn't have been in the ring with him early. And they you want to kind of gradually build a fighter. Obviously, you want to feed him. Give him some cupcakes early. Build him up. But after, like, like that 10th fight or so. Okay, now let's give him something. Oh, okay, now let's give him something. You know, he went, 16 straight fights, 1-round knockouts. They was just giving him because it was feeding him, and it was generating so much media buzz that it was like, yo, just keep feeding him these guys. But I don't know if that helps the development of your fighter. So now he's got this mystique of being invincible, so to speak.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's one of the reasons why he got the Canelo fight.
The Canelo fight.
And look, he went down early in that fight too. But you know what? He did fight on in that fight, finished it. Canelo couldn't get him out of there. And now I know people got on Edgar for the way, you know, he went to parades. He had these celebrations as if he won the fight. But you know, the thing about Edgar, I think, is he's a good fighter. I think Edgar just has to get out of his mind that he is this one-hitter quitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
When Edgar uses his jab and boxes, he's a really good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He has fallen, and again, Top Ring didn't do him any service by feeding him all the time. You know, he had this reputation, and so when you hear it and you see it, all of a sudden you think, I'm just one hitter quitter. I'm just knocking motherfuckers out. You see what I'm saying?
Look like
I
Charlo's
know.
in the building.
We got a special guest coming, folks. I told y'all we got one of the best coming up here, and so I think that's the thing with Edgar. You know,
I think that's fair too. It's more of I think it is a lot of a mentality thing.
Yes, people think that he is just a one hitter quitter. No,
and he talks a lot too.
And he knows how to promote himself.
Too. So when people look at him and like, oh, I'm expecting this spectacle knockout, especially at home.
Yes.
And this is your first fight with Zuffa. You want to make a statement.
Yeah.
And the way Richardson looked looked perfect in the way that he fought. So you want to like one up that, I guess, and it just didn't go that way.
Listen, I know we promised you we're going to have the former middleweight champion of the world, Jermall Charlo, on. Let's see, he's setting up right now. Let's bring him on. Can we bring him on, Alex? Because this is one of my guys here, man. I thoroughly. Oh my goodness, man, folks! Welcome to the Last Stand Live, the one and only Jermall Charlo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
What's going on? How you doing?
What's up, big dog? What's up? What's up, team?
It's good to see you. Maul, you remember my son, Colin? You remember Alex?
Yes,
Yep.
So, okay, let's get into it, man, because, so many people have been sending us all kinds of stuff as we sitting here talking. Jermall Charlo, what happened? Why was Jermall Charlo not a part of this Australian extravaganza over there on that Spence card?
To be honest with you, man, it was a lot going on, I guess, if you really want to, say it, but I was ready to fight. I mean, I'm still ready to fight them, but I guess Australia rules are strict, and something happened with the visa connection and the work visa mixed up with all kind of other like BS. But man, look, you live and learn, and you move on,
Okay. So just to be clear, was it because of your outer ring, like the different arrests and things of that nature? Did Australia say, "Oh, wait, what is? I don't know if we can let him over here. Explain this."
Yeah,
it was.
Man, I've been all over the world since all the negativity, but it was something about some old cases and something about my character and things of that nature. Like, hey, look, it is what it is. I'm going to raise awareness to you guys' country, but it is what it is.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so listen, you've been training like a madman. I love it. I had been getting reports from Ronnie and all kind of people like, yo, Charlo is locked in. He's in here. So you were step by step with Errol. Were you surprised what you saw and how he fought and the way he looked?
I want to say, shout out to Earl. He's safe. He happy. I'm glad he he a man of his word. You know, he didn't win this fight. He said he was gonna retire. We talked, and he was like, "I don't have to take this fight. He was just doing it because he wanted to." You know. But I was there with him throughout camp, and he looked strong. I've seen harder sparring sessions than I've seen him fight during that fight with Tim Tszyu. I wasn't surprised by Earl. Earl actually fought good. He was kind of, going to Australia, I could tell he hadn't been sparring as free. I mean, he hasn't been punching and, has a live body in front of him due to the travel. He had to take off basically training 2 weeks early just to get over there and get acclimated. But that has nothing to do with, his performance. He looked at good. Tim just looked at better. Tim was more prepared for Earl, and Earl went in like the Errol Spence that we know. He's gonna come forward.
Did he pop out? Did he pop out? I think
he
it.
dropped out.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he goes.
Sorry, yeah.
There we go.
I'm at Ronnie's gym. It's a little bit of
Okay.
Vito in there going to work right now. But anyway,
Vito, Mount Nicky. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Earl looked good. It was Tim that was more impressive to me. He fought a different game plan than I expected.
Oh, now your brother. Look, your brother called it when we had him on the last stand. We asked him who's going to win this fight. He said he thought Tim Tszyu would win it because he's been more active, things of that nature. He says, I want Tim Tszyu. So let's go to Big Charlo. What do you think would happen when Mel and Tim Tszyu get into the ring? What happens in that fight?
Mel boxes. So Mel is more of a slicker style than you would see like an Errol Spence head-to-head type of competition. Mel power, his athleticism, I feel edges for my brother in that fight. I'm rocking with my twin. And definitely he beats Tim Tszyu. I really didn't see anything spectacular about Tim Tszyu this fight with Earl. He started off slow, his pace stayed the same. I just noticed that Tim Tszyu is a lot bigger than Earl.
Yeah.
And you can tell physically, as far as like Earl balance and how he was having to land those harder shots. I mean, the fight played out the way it was supposed to. Earl coming off a 3-year layoff, a little bit of ring rust. Mm-hmm. But I seen him, I'm telling you, I seen him go to war in training and in the gym. And that wasn't the way he fought.
And so somebody might say, listening to you, Maul, well, wouldn't that be the same thing about your brother? By the time they fight, let's say at the end of the year, Mel hadn't fought in 3 years. So why would it be any different?
Hey, it's boxing. You don't know. I don't know. And I'm being biased because that's my twin brother. I'm here so I don't get fined. But I would the healthy Jermall Charlo that I know, that I was raised with, the one I grew up with, not the one who he changed into, or as the 3-year layoff. But I say he beats a Tim Tszyu. Okay. Styles make fights, and my brother will stand up to that type of competition, like he did with Brian Custer, like he did with those come forward type of fighters. My brother stand up to that competition.
I went to the fights last night. Edgar Berlanga gets the stoppage last night. They asked him, what does he want next? He said, bring them on. Whether it's Jaime Munguia, whether it's Jermall Charlo.
He mentioned me?
Yes, he mentioned you.
Shout out to Edgar.
Yeah, yes. And also the guy who was in the crowd, Demetrius Andrade, was in the crowd as well. And he said, I only want one round. Where's Charlo? I know Charlo need a fight. Let's get it. So, who are you going to fight? Do you know who you're going to fight? And do you want to fight, let's say, Edgar Berlanga or Demetrius Andrade in your return fight?
I wouldn't mind either fighter. I'm right now. The Keon guy from Australia. We supposed to be making our match August 22nd, from what I'm hearing, in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So I'm already ready, so I can stay active and stay on the board of what I have planned. Uh, Demetrius just fought. Congrats to him. Shout out to him. Uh, I can't say he looked impressive versus the competition. He's not gonna get that type of fight with someone like me or Edgar. Like Edgar looked good too. He looked like himself. Very chinny. And real suspect. Um, his competition was actually weaker than Demetrius' competition, but Edgar ended up pulling it off at home. I'm not trying to bash none of these fighters, but I mean they supposed to look good. They supposed to look good. They not in there fighting the Jermall Charlo. Nah, not to toot my own horn or nothing. 168. I'm so comfortable at this division. I've been more in shape now, and I feel like the 154 Jermall Charlo back in those J Rock days and those type of. That's how good I feel. I'm actually waiting to get a chance to show you guys how much shape I'm in, and hey man, I feel good. I can't talk about it. I gotta be about it. So it's not me, man. I'm inside that whole little caliber of Al Heyman fighters and PBC fighters. And shout out to my team and shout out to the people who handle and everything. I've been blessed. I've been blessed. Like Earl say, we fight, and make our money, and we handle our business outside the ring. I made some great investments. For me to be able to sit back after so many years and just take the fights as I can, I'm actually ready to get in the ring and show you guys what I've been working on. I don't feel like a Demetrius Andreas, whatever you want to call him. I don't feel like he can stand up to me. I'm not judging him off of his loss or anything he been through. I like him as a fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Rhode Island. I like the whole place. Hey man, we can get it on wherever you want to get it on. Now, I'm not Jermall Charlo. See, like him and my twin brother, we had a little competition, I guess, at 54 or whatever, when I was already, on my road to 60 and winning world titles and things like that. But I feel great at 168, man. That's my division. I'll probably be a little bit smaller coming from 160 as far as going towards the division, but I'm probably the strongest. I'm the most athletic. Don't look at the time off. I'm rested. My body's rested over the years. I'm healed up. I haven't taken any damage or anything like that. I'm really like one of those superior fighters in the division that you just don't get a chance to see as much. But hey, it is what it is.
So Maul, you're on the what is it that Rolly card that's going down in Vegas?
I'll fight on any card. Any card that you put Jermall Charlo on is going to enhance that card. So I'm the enhancement to boxing.
I like it. And so my last question then to you is, you say you got the Australian guy that you're going to fight now here. Hopefully. You said, listen, you're open to fighting Berlanga.
I'll fight him next.
You'll be open.
Matter of fact, I've gotten some contracts. Almost like I didn't want to really say much, but
come on,
he was a part of my little 3-fight deal that I had going on with this next little term that I got going on. It was either out of Berlanga or Plant, and they was both of those names was in the contract, and I'll fight either one of those guys. Demetrius wasn't in the contract, but okay. I will fight him too.
Okay.
I will fight him before any one of them, actually.
I like it because I was going to ask you, so will we get Maul, Caleb Plant?
I saw him working out, getting ready. Man, they small to me. It's Big Charlo you talking to. That's little weight. I'm telling you right now, I promise you. I want to get him. That's the fight I really want. But I haven't been getting none of the things I wanted. You know what I mean? So I'll take a Demetrius. You know what I mean? It's me again. I like that. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't know, man. I'm ready for this last title run at 168. Third weight division, third world title. Let's go get it. The sky's the limit. Let's go get it.
I like it. Okay, Colin, I know you and Alex got questions for him. Go ahead, Colin. What do you got for us?
I'm asked about the Plant fight. We talked to Ronnie a little bit ago, and he's talking about that it was on Plant's end while the fight isn't being made. He doesn't have a trainer, and he said he wasn't ready. And it's now approaching the end of the year, and the fight doesn't even have any motion right now. So does it look in your mind it's not realistic at this point because you're moving on to fight bigger and better opportunities?
I mean, how you be a world-class athlete with no training? I don't believe in none of that. I just believe that he's not taking the fight for whatever reason. I'm ready. I'm ready for the fight. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for either one of these guys. But I'll take Shiraz. I want someone that's active. I'm here to test myself. I'm telling you, I'm in that kind of shape, tip-top shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm challenging myself. I'm healthy. My mind clear. I'm happy. I'm having fun again. I'm ready, man. Like, to be honest with you, I really wish the Earl fight would have went different for the fact that Ronnie Shields is that good.
Yeah.
I think they needed more time. Earl and Ronnie needed more time. Maybe they should have took a tune-up to get the flow of each other. Ronnie that much of a difference when it comes to like training and being there for a fighter. Like, he's there for us, you know? And you could ask Ronnie, like I'm pressuring Ronnie to give me more. Give me, I need more. I want more work. He want to peak out at a certain time. I'm ready to peak now. What's going to happen after I finish peaking? Let's continue to keep fighting. Let's continue to be better and better and better. Like, I promise you, the mistakes that I'm watching, like Demetrius making the ring, y'all might not see it on the outside being just fans of the sport. But I'm watching them make mistakes that I know he wouldn't be able to do that against me. Like, it'd be small stuff like the entanglement of their feet. There's no way you getting tangled up at this level. There's no way your feet not placed where they need to be. You're throwing a jab, I'm watching where the jab is coming back to. Like, I'm watching all of that. You know what I mean? I promise if I was to hit Berlanga with the right hands and that dude was wild. You know, that was a straight dude. He didn't look like no one that had the experience that I would possess. Berlanga, shout out to him for the victory. I hope you do great in his rap career, but I'm the producer. I'm the engineer.
Yeah.
You cannot, I promise you, that fight will not last no more than 6 rounds. Wow. And I'm not going to hurt you and just knock you out or I'm going to beat you down. He wouldn't stand a chance. I need those top guys, bro. I want to fight Canelo. Match me up with a Canelo. Let Canelo shouldn't be fighting this Milby, whatever. Let me fight him.
Billy, yeah.
And Billy, whatever his name is. I don't know nobody's name, bro. I study me. My bad. I'm not trying to mispronounce nobody's name on purpose or whatnot. I don't know, dude. I don't watch boxing unless it's me.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, nah, man. Jermall, like, seeing you this motivated now, you know what I'm saying? You're speaking real cerebral too about the game, right? And I'm glad to see this Maul back, man. And I can't wait to see you in the ring. To me, it's like, you just had this fallout. Certain things you can't control, right? You was ready to go in there and give the people a good show. How do you stay motivated? Because I'm seeing that you are just a little different. It's just a little different, little different, something different about you now that has got me thinking that like you can't wait to get in there and show them that you're still growing as a fighter, even at this stage in your career. Um, these guys that you're mentioning, right? I'm curious, like out of these guys, Plant, Edgar, Berlanga, you got a bunch of guys at 168, right? What three fights get you going, right? They get you motivated thinking about them when you're working out in the gym, hitting the bag. What are the guys that you're like, you know what? These are the guys I see myself fighting coming up.
I stay motivated uh, by the fact that I'm just I'm just not it. I can't talk bad about the competition because these are guys I have to fight. Uh, I try to pick out the best in each one of them, and I see nothing. I see nothing that I can't stand in there with. Uh, I'm motivated by just me getting better. I'm hungry again. Not 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 like physically, like I'm eating good. Like I said, I'm happy about investments that I made in my past, and uh, I've cost myself some time, and maybe it wasn't the best at the time, but I'm happy. I'm healed up. I'm perfectly fine. I'm ready to see where like Crawford got better and stronger and became undisputed and again at a later age. I feel like in my career, like I'm a late bloomer also, and I'm stronger now. I'm better now than I was when I was younger. You know, hey man, it's just all about like a matter of time. Man, I'll get in there with whoever. It's not me. I'm loyal to Al Heyman. I'm loyal to PBC. I'm loyal to the people who brought me up in the beginning. So I'm maybe I don't have to sell my soul to go to Zupa or Matchroom or none of those guys. My team got a plan and they gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? You guys know what a Charlo stand. Even my twin brother, like apparently he must have done something right where he able to take off 3 years. I just like to be active. I like to fight.
Yeah.
And I stay in the gym. Like even though we not as active, I'm in the gym 24/7. I'm helping these guys get ready. I'm staying active. I'm staying sharp. Of course, I would love for my fans and people around the world to see me more. But everybody not made for that.
What do you think about, because as you just said, I'm loyal to Al Heyman, I'm loyal to the PBC. What do you think about the landscape now? Because it seems like everything has kind of moved over to DAZN, and these guys from Zuffa are certainly paying these guys big money. Now, is the competition they fighting the best? No, but they're getting the bag, and you can't fault them for not going and get the bag over at Zuffa. How do you see the landscape of boxing and the way it is now? Because it's totally different. Just a couple years ago when PBC was even on doing more fights on Amazon Prime and with us at Showtime. How do you see it, and do you say, okay, I'm going to continue my path? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's not like you ever had a contract with Al Heyman and PBC. You free agent. You can do and fight with whomever you want, right, Maul?
I can fight whoever I want. I have no contract with no. I'm self-made. That's why maybe you don't see me fighting as much, or just taking any type of competition or just being anywhere. You know what I mean? It's not that Al Heyman didn't do his job enough, or he's not in it to win it. He is. Like I've been loyal to Al over years now, and it's crazy because I had offers to sign with Rock Nation and met up with Jay-Z and Beyonce, sitting at the meetings with Kevin Durant and Sebastian and everybody and nah, man, I'm with Al. Like that's how loyal I've been. Like I live in Houston with Jay Prince and Shakur and all them, and now I'm with Al. One thing about it is they even know who I am and where I stand as far as boxing goes. This is my legacy. This what I fight for. Al was with me when it was nothing. He was there shooting with me in the gym. So, it is what it is. You like it or you don't. Like, I love my team. And I'm going to stand by my team just like my team stand by me. Ronnie Shields, I've been with Ronnie Shields since I turned pro. Why change trainers now? Why fix something that's not broke? I don't know where boxing going to go from right now. They are making good money. You remember PBC was when PBC came out, it took over.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
PBC made HBO chill out. It went to Showtime.
Yep.
We started watching ESPN fights. Friday night fights used to be the hub.
Right.
PBC took over the globe. So I'm still with PBC. I'm with TGB, Tom Brown, and shout out to Brittany and shout out to my team. They paid, yeah, we've been paid. I wouldn't have been sitting here for a decade, not at the top of every division I've been in, if it weren't for my team. I'm happy about it. I can start boxing today or tomorrow. I'm successful at the end of the day. But I want more.
Don't you see, Maul? And this may just be me, but I believe that the sport needs the Charlos, because if you look at the landscape, Errol's now gone, Bud Crawford now gone, retired. So all these guys are now gone. And say what you want, boxing needs A, great fighters, B, great characters. And the Charlos are characters and phenomenal fighters. I believe that this sport still needs it. Seems like there's an opening for the Charlos to come back and take over if they want it.
Let's do it. Like, I think it's needed. It's me and my twin brothers' own fault, that we let the negativity actually have this strong point in our career. But that's like minor when it comes to actual fighting. We get in there. I'll fight on the card with my twin brother right now. And I say 1 or 2 shows with my twin brother take over boxing again. Y'all will be glued to the internet. Like I don't know. I feel like when we were at the top, and we still at the top, but when we was more active, boxing was a lot more exciting. It was more exciting to see what the other fighters around us was trying to do. Compared, like even us teaching the Devin Haney's and the Ryan Garcias how to be more vocal, and like I feel like we have to remind everybody, you right. It's that time, like boxing is not dead. Y'all just seeing some dead ass fighters fight. You know what I mean? And now all of them and they talking a good game.
Right.
But like to be honest with you, I'm liking the fact that boxing is traveling now. Maybe we'll get those big fights again in South Africa, and we just came from Australia. They've been fighting in Saudi Arabia. Let's go fight on the island of Fiji or something. I'm liking the fact that boxers are starting to get that kind of respect. But hey, man, we need the real fighters to step up and make the fights, make the contract, not price themselves out the game. Because I think at the time when my brother and Demetrius was about to get their fight made, he priced himself out the game.
Yeah.
It made the time, and now time is going by. And me and Plant would have fought a year ago if he had a trainer. I thought he was working with Breadman, but I know they said that I beat Breadman every time he stepped across the ring from Ronnie Shields. We knocked that fight out or just demolished him. So if you want to go, if Plant want him, maybe they got chemistry. You know what I'm saying? It could be something like Deontay Wilder and Malik Scott. Deontay Wilder knocked out his trainer and ended up training with him. I mean, hey, to each his own, whatever worked for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, it is what it is.
I like it. Go ahead, Colin.
Piggybacking on your question a little bit, he's talking about boxing needs, y'all. I feel like PBC is in a dry spell right now with no Tank. I feel like the Charlos will be the face of PBC going forward with Tank having his issues and not fighting. Do you feel an increased amount of pressure to put on for PBC, even though you don't have a contract, but you're pretty much the face of PBC right now because your brother hasn't fought in a little bit, Errol's retiring, and there's no Tank in the ring. Do you feel an increased amount of pressure to put on for PBC?
I'm the face of Lions only. I own Lions only. I don't own PBC.
Yeah.
I will fight whoever on any card, on any promotional contract, whatever it is. Bob Aaron can hit me up and we'll work out a deal. We'll work out a deal with whoever we want to work out a deal with. Tank ain't done. I like Tank as a fighter. He not done. We might see Adrian Broner come back. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like boxing is so many fights out there to be made. I just saw a lean fight. What was it, Pacheco? The young guys are coming up. The old guys are moving on. Errol Spence is a part of that the last of the dying breed. The dying breed still here with Jermall Charlo. I'm still here. I'm still fresh. I'm gonna excite a lot of y'all, and y'all. I hope that everybody just sleeping on the old Charlos. Them not what they used to be. That's crazy. It's still hot in Texas.
Yeah.
That's a great lie. That's a great lie, bro. I'm telling you, it's a great lie. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, and you mentioned Sufa, right? Not going to sell your soul at Sufa, but are you still willing to do business with Sufa? You know what I mean? Since
yes,
you're not committed to any one or the other on paper, but like, are you willing to negotiate?
Zufa, check y'all DMs, check y'all inbox. They've already got contact. Yeah, we've reached out to those guys. I mean, we've done what we had to do. Who says that I can't fight on a Zufa card and take over Zufa? I'll win the Zufa belt because guess they got their own belts. Yeah. And I'm still the ranked WBC, WBO. I'm a elite world champion. Zufa is an organization. Don't get it confused. That 4-belt era is still here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Zufa's trying to do what Ring Magazine did. Ring Magazine is its own hub, but Ring Magazine is recognized among the world. So we do understand it. Zufa is not recognized as among the world. They're not. That's not a world championship. So the guys who are going over to Zufa, shout out to them. But I'm not so big on me. To each his own. I'm not so big on the new rules of Zufa. All right, Zufa. Congratulations for them guys merging from UFC and boxing and y'all taking over y'all little platform or whatnot. I'm not against any of it. It's just to each his own. You know what I mean? I'm a world champion. That means I will fight anywhere in the world. I will fight on any world platform, anywhere that ranking matters. If I fight on Zufa, hopefully Berlanga gets the Zufa belt and I go beat his ass for the Zufa belt and I will go back I will put that on the counter and go back to WBC.
I like it. Jermall Charlo with us here on Last Stand. Just want to get your take on a couple of fights that are coming. So Anthony Joshua got a win. Tyson Fury got a win.
He got knocked down too.
Yes, they did. They did. Right. They are now going to fight at the end of the year. Who we think wins that fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury?
I'm trying to give you a good answer, but I really don't give a fuck.
Okay. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Next month.
Shout out to Anthony Joshua. Shout out to Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury looked at horribly decent against the competition that he had.
Yeah.
And Anthony Joshua, I would thought he would have, he did get the knockout, but look what he look at how he went about the knockout. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, both of them had. I mean, it's gonna be a. They fighting for number 3 or something. You know what I mean? I can't wait till Wilder come back.
Yeah,
I think Wilder still got. Well, he's a late bloomer too, so I still like Wilder days. Maybe I'm just stuck in my old time, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Maul, because it looks like Wilder and Usyk's trying to. They've been talking, so that would be fun.
Right.
Something
that's gonna be a fun fight. That'll be a fun fight.
Real fun. Somebody just put it in the chat. What about Lester Martinez, Jermall Charlo? Is that a guy that you've thought about fighting?
Man, listen. Please fans don't get mad at me. I don't even know who the fuck that is. I'll look him up later. But shout out to you, Lester. If you propose a threat, then let's make it happen. But I'm telling you, I don't even know who that is. Okay. Shout out to him though. I've never seen him, never heard of him in my life. I promise. But look, shout out to the fans that want to see that fight.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think realistically, I know you had it before, that we will see, maybe it's next year, Jermall Charlo and Canelo Alvarez?
I want that fight. Me and Canelo the same age. We got history as far as him fighting my brother. I'm not my brother. I want to get that lick back for my brother. Yes, I want to fight Canelo before it's all over with. All right. Why not? That's the bigger picture. At the end of the day, that's a fight that I could see myself winning. At this level in my career, at this stage in my career, yes. That's a fighter that I know. So, sorry, Lester. Don't know who you is. Man, why y'all laughing, bro? I'm keeping it 100. Like I don't know.
I know. That's why. That's why I laugh, because I know you, and you telling the truth. It's like, yo, I don't know who the hell this cat is, but whatever.
I don't even know who y'all talking about, but I know it's like some up and coming fighters that's coming up. Like, and they coming up for 160 to fight at 68. They doing all kind of shit. One day Kristian's gonna beat the shit out of somebody, one of the boys for the belt. She gonna fight. A boy gonna fight the girl. Like, God, at this point, we don't know what's gonna happen with boxing. Clarissa Shields gonna be in men's boxing soon. So if you was to tell me she was finna get ready for somebody, I would be like, hey, shit, I told y'all. At the end of the day, she could beat some of these dudes' ass. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. But if you put Jermall Charlo in there with whoever y'all want to put me in there with, I'm telling you, we gonna laugh later, because y'all gonna be like, damn, he said this. You know what I mean? I ain't real.
Yeah. By the way, in your training camp, who you got up in there? Vito Malnicki,
man, we
right?
got Vito. Yeah, Berlanga, man, super good, super kid, super dude. Love his dad, love his family. We got Andreas from Greece.
Okay. Nito, is he in there? Is he in
Nito. Yeah. Me, Earl. We had
Norman. Norman
Jr. was doing good.
Yeah.
All right, Vito. All right, well, they asking me about you right now, Vito. Yeah, Brian Custer. Yeah, he said, what's up?
Tell him, put him on real quick. Tell him,
hey, come here real quick, bro.
Yeah, put him on. This is what we do on The Last Stand Live.
That's all right. This is just random. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling his dad, I didn't set this up. You getting the free with it. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Vito, tell him what's up, man.
Vito!
Hey,
How you doing, Vito?
Hey, I'm good. Just getting done. About to go home, hydrate up. It's hot out here.
I'm trying to tell him it ain't stop getting hot in Texas.
Yeah.
Vito, when you fighting again? Well, are you fighting here in Jersey?
Yeah, here, Jersey. I'm fighting September 4th. TNT, the Zone.
Hopefully, I get my fight before then, so I can go ahead and go to that fight, because I'm gonna be in Jersey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because we in Jersey. Who you fighting, Vito?
Emma Williams. September 4th.
Yeah, great fight.
That's a good fight.
Great fight.
We're gonna show the world what time it is, baby.
Vito, when will we see you as a world champion?
Man, I'm hoping this year. This is one of those fights I feel like that, can puts me right in line for a world title once I handle business.
And when he go up to 68, I'm gonna go to 75.
That's it.
Okay.
And then we take over.
Thank you, Vito.
Yes, sir. Hop on there, you guys soon.
All right, absolutely. Okay, Maul. Listen, man. Listen, I love you. You know that. We love you, Maul.
I don't.
I listen. People can say whatever they want about the Charlos. I'll defend you guys till the end because that's how much love I got for you. I want to give you the final word for everybody watching live because they've been going crazy here. Let people know when we gonna see Maul Charlo and what's the most important thing you want the boxing fans to know about you in your return.
It's on the way. Shout out to all my fans around the world. I love y'all. Y'all keep it locked. Y'all keep me motivated. Don't blink. Just think. You know. Like, yeah, it's a minor setback. Major come up. Whoever they give me, I'm gonna demolish them. That's my mentality. That's what it's gonna be, and it's gonna always be like that. I don't care to be undefeated or go down in history as an undefeated fighter. I'm here to fight the best, and I want to look the best. I want to feel the best, you know, and do my best. So thank you guys. Sorry about not being active or not being able to show my face as much, but one day. Yeah,
that's fantastic. And everything else is good for you out of the ring too, because that's key. You know, as long as you have
everything good for me, man. Peace of mind. Everything is good for me.
Good.
I'm in my own world, and hopefully everybody stay in their own world and make the world a better place.
Big Charlo, Jermall Charlo. Can't wait to see you in the ring. Thank you for this, man. You know I love you, and can't wait to see you soon. Okay.
Thank you, champ.
Oh, yeah, man. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you. There you got it. There you got it, folks. Jermall Charlo, right here on The Last Stand Live, man. That's great, man. I love the Charlos, man. People can say whatever they want about them Charlos. I can't remember if it was Maul or Mel. One of them got that moniker, keep running your mouth. You can keep running your mouth because these cats, man, I love them. And you need guys like that in boxing. You know that, Alex. You need cats like the Charlos.
When they were hot, man. When they first came in on the scene, and they were talking their stuff, and bro, you just wanted to tune in for the Charlo fights, man. You always do. You know when the Charlos are fighting, it's gonna be some actions. Ain't gonna be no lollygagging about how I feel about you. Let's get it. And
I think it's fair to bring up the idea that I feel he's the last of a dying breed when it comes to that era for PBC. So him and Jermall are pretty much.
That's a good point too, bro.
I think that's all they got left right now. I mean, they got Benavidez, but Benavidez, like he went over the ring. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like those fighters have more of a I don't know, intrigue for him because Canelo is the fight that he wants, and he'd have to work with them. But in terms of the era for the face of PBC, I feel like him and Jermall are the face of PBC. So he's got to put on, man.
Yeah, guys you could count on, right, to be active.
And he's honest. He's honest, man. He's gonna shoot from the hip and tell you what he thinks. He's not gonna sugarcoat anything. Listen, a lot of times life happens, and he's gone through a lot out of the ring. But I'm happy that, as he said, he finally has peace of mind and that he has been active. And I know that was one thing that Ronnie said he was stressing to him. I need you here. I need you to be active. That way, when we get the call, you're ready. And it sounds like he's ready.
It's a good point, too, right, that he brought up. Like, maybe Earl and Ronnie should have taken a little more, should have taken a little tune-up, a little tune. Yeah. And maybe it was a little too quick. I thought it was, Errol's coming back too quick. I mean, there's a lot of things that I would have done different for Earl. He came back and fought at Tim Tszyu. Like,
I feel like the style for Tim Tszyu wasn't something that favored. It didn't favor Errol. Someone who comes forward and just ready to throw bombs.
He came back 3-year layoff straight to a fight. This is
a headhunter,
but it's crazy that he did it that way, bro.
But Alex, on the other side, that's what people said why they love Errol. Ain't no tune-ups, bro.
No.
Ain't no tune-ups.
Stuck in no phase.
After the car accident, what'd he say? Ain't no tune-ups. Ain't no tune-ups. He went right to Danny Garcia.
Too much pride for his own good. I think
know?
so. I think too much pride for his own good right now. I feel like it's just should have. I feel like in the back of his mind he
was
knew
it Mikey? Mikey Garcia? Danny Garcia?
Yeah.
No,
Mikey.
Danny.
Mikey.
Was it Danny?
Was it? I thought it was Danny.
I thought it was Mikey.
Earl
I think it was
fought
Mikey.
Was it Mikey?
Because it was Mikey because he was. People said he couldn't box, and he boxed.
Yeah, and he
he
boxed
boxed
him.
around. He
Oh.
boxed around Mikey Garcia. So
But
Mikey, yeah,
back-
it was Mikey.
Back to the point now. I feel like it was just too much for his own good. Like 3 years, you got to give yourself some grace. You know, I don't think that Tim Tszyu was the right fight, respectfully, and it played out that way. But
It's
you know,
just like I could imagine like what other fight he would have came back to, right? Like who? Because
well, if it's air quotes a retirement fight, you know, because even Ronnie said like he was going to retire based on the way he looked.
Yeah.
Either way, like if he won and didn't look good, he said Errol made that clear that this is just a measuring stick. So I don't know.
That was at 154, though, right? 160. What was the weight they came in at?
160. They
160.
fought at 160. Yeah, they fought. They won. Initially, it was going to be at a catch weight. It was going to be at like a 157.
158, I think.
From 58. There you go.
Yeah.
And then Errol people before they came to Australia said, no, we got to bump it up. Just bump it up to 160.
And then Tim Tszyu came in a lot bigger than Errol did, for sure. Definitely more filled out.
Yes.
Yeah, because at
did.
160, man, like him, who would we put Errol come back to, right? Like at 160, there's all these top, even the younger fighters are. You got Shane Mosley, you got Michael Sarafa. Well, like who would he come back as a tune-up fight to? And, you know, you end up not looking good in that fight. Then what?
I'm glad it wasn't Fundora. That's all I'll say.
Yes.
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
glad it wasn't Fundora. 'Cause I don't know. That fight was pretty much agreed upon at some point.
Yes.
Oh, man. That would have been rough to watch.
Let
I
me-
feel like
let
it
me
would have been worse than Crawford.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
That's a good point, bro. That would have been bad, man.
Yeah.
Not only did Sebastian Fundora wanted the Errol Spence. Matter of fact, they wanted Errol Spence to win this fight so bad because they wanted that fight for him. They wanted that. And I tell you who else won. How about Virgil Ortiz? Now that Virgil Ortiz is coming back,
Yeah.
they wanted that fight because they wanted to do it. They both from Dallas. They wanted to do right there at Dallas at Cowboy Stadium.
That would have been awful.
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 Yeah, that would have been
Is anyone
awful.
calling out Fundora? Boots wants that work. Boots
I
wants that
think
Fundora
this
work.
was it, man. This was the way it's supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Came back, gave us the fight.
Yeah.
Didn't take a tune-up, and thankfully he didn't get knocked out or anything like
Right.
that. He didn't get stopped.
I would have liked to see you brought up who we'd have fought. Maybe Keith Thurman. Him and Keith Thurman
The
battling
fight
it
we
out.
never got.
The fight we never got. And if he wins and that's his last fight, that's a good fight to go out on.
The one thing you can say about Errol, he's a man of his word. And he said a long time ago, I will never fight Keith Thurman. I will never, ever fight Keith Thurman. And a lot of that people don't understand that matter of fact, you can, folks, because all y'all really good, y'all can go to YouTube and find the clips. You know, when we used to bring guys to the desk, we used to have an array of guys. Sometimes it would be just, let's say, just Errol. But sometimes, one time we had, and I'll never forget this, I had Keith Thurman right here. I had Errol Spence right here. I had Deontay Wilder, I think, right here to my left. And so we were all at the desk, and Thurman was the champion, right? And Errol was the guy who wanted the belt. And he said, blah, 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 blah. And, Thurman was talking about so on and so on and so on. And so I said, Errol, is this the guy you want? Do you want to fight? And he said, yeah, he knows that. I've been wanting him for the longest. And so let's get it on. And Keith was like, well, look, I have my elbow and my thing and bop, bop, bop. And then so let me take my time. I think I'm a blah, 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 blah. When you're the unified champion, you choose who you want. Who's whatever, what have you. And then he ended up vacating, I think, one belt or something to that effect. And then he said he chose something and had an accident and whatever, but he didn't fight. He didn't choose Errol. He went and chose somebody else. And
there was a time where Errol was chasing everybody, and
that ticked him off.
Yeah.
That ticked Errol off because he was telling Al Heyman, he said, Al Heyman promised him, I'm going to give you Keith. I'm going to make it. But Keith didn't. Again, as Errol will tell you, Keith didn't want to fight. Never wanted to fight until afterwards, and the tables had turned, and then Errol had all the belts.
Yep. And I remember he said no.
And then Keith wasn't as active as he wanted. He was calling out everybody. And he kept saying, "Where's Spence? Where's Spence?" And he was like, "Nah. When you had him, you wouldn't give me no time of day.
Give me no shot.
And I will never ever fight this guy." But you ought to see that video. And I remember somebody. It was some years ago, but I remember that it was Wilder was here, and Wilder was just like, Keith. Didn't even go back. He just kept looking like that. It was really funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. No, because people, fighters remember, and when you're out there chasing the belts and you're just trying to get an opportunity, and they give you that same excuse like, oh, you got to go get a belt, or you're not yet. You're not in line yet. When you're there, right? You're at that skill level that you can take on these guys, and they're just not. They don't want the fight. They don't want the hard fights.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about? What do you think about listening to Maul? What do you think about his loyalty to the PBC? Some people might say, "Damn, bro, you rocking do or die with PBC, man. You could be fighting by now if you was rocking with somebody else." PBC ain't got a number of you guys ain't as active as y'all should be.
I don't know. But the thing is like you're loyal, right, to your team, but at the same time, you're not hunkered down, right? It's not like Jermall can't do things that would normally he wouldn't be able to do if he was tied down to a certain type of contract. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have one, so that's been kind of like the way to do business, right, with PBC and their fighters, always giving them the ability to have options. So, being loyal, shit, man, they've held you down since the beginning. They've invested, your money well, or given you, avenues to invest your money. You saw what Maul said. I got money. I could, that's one thing I've always seen and I've always admired about, PBC and the way they do business with their fighters. Like you always see the fighters like, yo, they've had my back. Like I got their back. You know what I mean? It's something it grows into that loyalty, and it's like, you know what? I ain't going nowhere. I feel safe here because they've been about their word, and the money's always been there, and it's a good place to be in when people are also taking care of you after boxing. And I think that's one of the things that PBC has always done. So much better than everybody else. And having that type of like family type of backing, it's rare, man. And that's why you see these PBC fighters, David Benavidez, all these guys like, nah, I'm with Al. No, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But when you're in this game, and a lot of the people might not understand this, is that like it's treacherous, bro. The business part is worse than the fighting part. If you're not careful. And if you got good people behind you, like, why are you going to go, jump ship? He can still fight Sufa. I'm happy that he can still go do all that. Now, I don't know if Berlanga is chasing a Jermall Charlo fight, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's chasing that. That's a dangerous fight for Berlanga, if you ask me.
Oh, without question.
That's a dangerous fight for Berlanga. Like, shit, you better be careful.
Confidence is scary, and Jermall seems extremely confident against him.
Yeah, he's confident, and it's just he's in a different place. Like I'm listening to him, and he's just maybe he didn't open up as much before too, but like now it's like he feels like this 168 is like a newfound land. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? There was one question I forgot to ask him. You ready? I was going to say, yo, bro, how's the therapy monkey?
How's the therapy monkey?
Yeah,
The therapy monkey jumped on him in the middle of our interview.
that shit would have
Put
been
the
hilarious.
damn diaper on, bro.
Put a diaper on.
Oh my god.
That was the one I forgot. Oh my god! As soon as he came on too, it was like, yo, I know there's one I gotta ask about. What is it? What is it? And it just hit me. The therapy monkey.
So now that he like does he stay? I just I want to keep seeing this like hunger and discipline in him.
I like that. Hopefully, he's right that he comes back in August. I would assume that's the Rolly fight. Rolly card
Yeah,
that they would put him on. By the way, folks, if you got questions for us, hit us up here as we got the last few minutes. Any questions you got, Colin and Alex and myself will get to them. We appreciate everybody who contributed to the chat. There's our Cash App. Venmo's up there as well, at Last Stand Sports. We appreciate all the support that you give to the program so we can, do these live shows and bring on the biggest names in the sport. Guys like Charlo who come in there. Vito Malnicki who's right there training, jumping in.
Vito's big.
Yeah, we got to, you know what? We got to do an episode with Vito, man. Since he's fighting here,
coming up
in Jersey. We need to schedule him and get him rolling, man. We got a lot more fire coming your way too. I know I spoke with Frank the Ghost Martin, so we're going to do an episode with him this week. And you know what? I may have to reach out to Vito, man, and see.
Reach out to Richardson too.
Yeah, we're going to reach out to Africa. Africa had a great performance, so reach out to Africa.
Jabbing the hell out of Salas, bro. He
had some quick hands, man. Africa has some
jab.
hands.
That jab is disgusting.
Yeah,
it looks like a Shakur jab,
bro. Yeah. He had him at the end of that jab. I'm talking about frustrated.
Night and day.
Salas was trying to throw some haymakers in there past that jab, but just great control, ring generalship by Africa.
Yeah. Africa looked really, really, really good. So Vito's got Ammo Williams, man. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whew.
This is going to be a good one.
That's a tough fight. That's a tough
It's going to be action.
fight.
Definitely going to be some action.
Man.
Ammo's always trying to,
yes.
He's always trying to go for the gusto.
Yes. Yo, who was our guy, man, that jumped on our last live, Alex?
Deluxe recording?
Deluxe.
That's man, Deluxe.
Deluxe.
Yeah, Deluxe on here too. Let me see.
Deluxe.
Yeah, Keith wanted to fight the build. Let's see, he was talking about the Spence and Keith Thurman fight. Mm-hmm. See what he's saying. He did not want to fight Keith because he felt Keith did not give him the shot.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, where's my guy, man? Where is my guy? Deluxe, yes. Yo, man, this was fun, man. It felt like it's been a while since we have done this. We certainly appreciate Jermall Charlo. You know what? We're gonna run this episode with y'all. This live here, so people can make sure that they can check out Jermall Charlo because he had a lot to say about Berlanga, about Canelo, Andrade, all of those guys. So we'll make sure we'll do that. Make sure you stay locked in with us. Again, we'll do another live next month because Rolly and those guys are fighting. Teofimo.
You got Teofimo and Rolly coming through.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Connor Ben, they promoted the heck out of
Connor
that fight
Ben
last
and
night.
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan, oh my! Every 5 minutes they were promoting that the Zuffa fight last night.
Deluxe, DM the last thing on Instagram your information. DM the last thing your information, and you promised him merch. You didn't get the merch.
Oh, he didn't get. What size is he? What size is
it? Just DM your size, DM your address, and we'll send it out.
Yeah, we'll make sure.
Just send it on the DM the last thing on Instagram, your information, and we'll get it.
You get either Deluxe. Either we get you the shirt, or you can get the hoodie. Which one you want, Deluxe?
The shirt or the hoodie? Just DM your size.
DM your size. That's all we need, man.
And with
take care of our
your
people.
shirt or hoodie, size and address, and we got you.
We got you. We got you. That's all good. Man, this was good, man. We got to do it again next month, though, Al.
Yeah,
Colin?
we do, man.
Yeah.
A lot happened this weekend.
A lot happened this weekend.
Yeah.
A lot happened this weekend. Now, I know next weekend, too, I got to go to Atlanta because I'll be a part of that Clarissa Shields fight, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, we'll definitely do this again. We'll pick another day next month so we can do that and come up with another live. Again, folks, there's the Cash App. Make sure you hit us up so we can continue to do that. We always appreciate everybody who contributed to that. And, man, thank you. Hey, real quick, let people know what y'all up to. Alex, what you been up to?
Man, it's been a crazy last 6 weeks for me, though, man. Yeah. But I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
Still definitely tapping into the, I've been trying. You know what I've been looking at bare knuckle fighting and just seeing like the transition. Some of we had what's my man's name? The military Jermall, right? Was it Jermall? Herring?
Oh, Jamel Herring.
Jermall Herring, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I've been looking at a lot of the guys, man, transitioning over to the boxing. You had what's my man's name, man? I'm drawing a blank. Amado Vargas too. Another boxer that went to bare knuckles. So I've been looking at a lot of the transitions that's been happening from boxers going into these other contact sports, especially BKFC, bro. It's crazy how like now we're starting to see like this like funnel, of before it was MMA boxing, transitioning. Now you're seeing people boxers are transitioning to bare knuckle fighting and we're probably going to have boxers going into MMA too, man. We're going to have some guys that are going to be able to cross over. Somebody like Rolly that's slamming people. I know you guys probably saw that video. Where
that was perfect for him too. That was
perfect.
Apparently he used to wrestle, right? Or
martial arts.
Muay Thai or something like that.
Judoka. Yeah. He's a judoka. Yeah, he was like, he competed and everything in judo. So, like, yeah, that's what I've been kind of like on the sport type of thing. I've been having my lens around that, and I'm like, man, bro, we're looking at an interesting landscape in the next couple of years with everything changing, especially with Sufa now, involved, and then the way they move their fighters within everything they got. So, yeah, been looking at a lot of that. But other than that, man, shit, bro, it's back to work for me, man. I gotta get back in shape, man, BC.
I hear you.
Gotta get back in shape, champ.
Hey, look, it's a struggle for everyone. I was about to say, ask a cool boy. It's hard.
Oh my god!
Oh, we gotta have jokes, man. Ain't nothing wrong with jokes.
Oh man!
Ain't nothing wrong with some few jokes every now and then.
If I was sitting around Steven Coolboy Fuller right now, I'd be joking with him. If I was one of his friends, I'd be joking.
Hey,
come on,
he said it here. He was a foodie and he loved to eat and things of that nature.
Like, listen.
Colin, what about you? Let the people know what you've been up to, man.
Man, I'm out here in Charlotte working for the Panthers. So keep pounding. Let's go Panthers.
Yes.
I'm out here for a training camp. I'm gonna be here till September. So yeah.
The college degree finally paying off, Alex. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We out here every day. Out here every day at practice. With the guys.
That's fly, bro. That's super fly.
Yeah, he's in the communications department working it out. That's good stuff, man. And next month I'll be a part of the Clarissa Shields thing, so I know I'll do some of that for Salida Promotions. Obviously, back on ESPN, be doing Sports Center too. But you know what? Last Stand. Every Monday, we drop a new episode. Every Monday. Make sure you lock in for that. Make sure you support. Not only click the like button, but make sure you view them. Hit the Cash App, hit the Venmo, support the show whenever you can. And you know what? We will see you again at our next live next month. For Colin, for Alex, shout out to all of y'all who watched. Thank you very much. We'll see you again next month, everybody.
Mhm.